Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a pregnancy update. I kind of missed out on the 16 week, but I am going to just blur it together with my 17 weeks. I'm just going to show you guys on the side. I have a couple of apps on my phone, so right now I'm using the Olvia app, and it's saying that the baby is the size of a creme brulee. And I'll just put it on the side so that you guys can see. As far as the baby growing, it's saying that the baby's umbilical cord is getting better at delivering nutrients, and the baby's starting to get more coordinates with its hearing, its sight, its sound and touch and all that. I also have another app. I also use What to Expect, and this one, it basically tells me that the baby is the size of a large onion, or the baby is the size of about like a Pop-Tart, if you know what Pop-Tarts are. I guess Pop-Tarts would be a better analogy or comparison. Saying at 17 weeks I am basically 4 months, so 16 and 17 weeks I'm pretty much 4 months. Next week when I switch over, I will be 5 months. So here it's saying that I will probably be not dealing with morning sickness anymore, and I'm pretty much over morning sickness. The first trimester was a little difficult when it comes to that. I didn't know I was pregnant, so a lot of the nausea that I was feeling was, I assumed it was due to medications and my diet change and everything, because I was working out, I was eating healthier and everything. So I associated my nausea with that, and I was also doing like supplements and eating like protein shakes and stuff like that. So I didn't correlate my morning sickness with pregnancy. It just didn't dawn in my mind that that's what it was. I noticed that when I don't eat by a certain amount of time after I wake up, I start getting like the shakes, and I start getting, like little off. I feel a little off about it. Same way like when lunchtime comes around and it's been a couple hours, when I say like 2 or 3 hours, I get the same feeling again. So that's like a signal to me to go eat. It's just not a habit for me to eat 3 meals or more a day because of me trying to fast and, working out and everything. And even before I was trying to get healthy and eating a healthy lifestyle, I wasn't the type of person to really eat breakfast like that anyways. I'm not a person that eats a whole lot of meals at all. I usually just would eat once or twice a day, and that would be the end of it. And usually it would be like lunchtime, and then I will probably skip dinner, or I would eat dinner super late. For this pregnancy, it's like a little bit harder for me to think about to eat, because it's not normally something that I've always done before. It wasn't a habit that I always had, where I would make sure I would eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner and then have a snack in between. That just was not in my mindset at all. I haven't gained much weight. Before I was pregnant, I was about 143, and that's going based off of my fitness app, my Fitbit app, because the program that I was doing for my health was basically you have to track your weight every single day, and I got as low as 143, and then my last appointment that I went to, I was 145. So I only gained 2 pounds so far. I didn't really gain a whole lot, and I think it had something to do with the fact that my body has built up the metabolism, so I'm not really like gaining a whole lot of weight. But they usually say like in the first trimester you're not expected to gain a whole lot of weight because of the morning sickness, and a lot of women don't really have their appetite. So I'm not surprised that I didn't gain a whole lot of weight in the first trimester. But from experience in the past with my other pregnancies, I usually gain about 30-35 pounds. With my oldest, I gained about 40-45 pounds with her. So I'm expecting to gain about 25 to 30 pounds with this pregnancy, and I'm most likely going to pack on it now until the end of the pregnancy. So some of the symptoms that I deal with right now, I get extreme headaches all the time, and I'm assuming it has to do with the fact that I'm dehydrated. I drink a lot of water as it is already, and I drink between 6 to 10 of them a day, because I'm constantly like have the urge to drink water. Like if I can just like drown myself in water, I will probably be satisfied. I know some people are gonna be like, why are you drinking water bottles? I think it's, for me, it's just like the pregnancy, the taste of it tastes better than trying to drink filter water or faucet water or anything like that. And I only prefer to drink Deer Park. Usually before I was pregnant, I had no problem with like Evian and Dasani or like any kind of water that I can just pick up from the store, and the only thing that really helps is Tylenol, but that only helps for like an hour and then the headaches come back. I was having like severe heartburn in the beginning of the pregnancy, like anything like tomatoes or anything like oranges, hot sauce, all that was giving me extreme heartburn and indigestion. That kind of phased off a little bit. I don't get heartburn as bad as I used to, which is a good thing because having heartburn sucks. Another issue that some of you guys may have noticed is that I'm super out of breath. Like, I could do the smallest things. Even having a conversation like I am now, I'm getting out of breath. Brown ligament pains, if you are like familiar with being pregnant, you usually get pains around your the bottom of your stomach where your hips are and stuff. That's starting to happen where I start getting like the sharp pains on the sides. So that pretty much lets me know that my stomach is stretching. As far as my cravings go, right now I'm really craving like spicy stuff. I need to have hot sauce on just about everything. As you guys saw in one of my lives, I made baked macaroni and cheese. So it's like comfort food, but it has to be spicy. So the baked macaroni and cheese I actually ate with some hot sauce on it, and I was like so satisfied. Like everything else that I made with it, it wasn't necessary. I didn't really care for it. I just made it because I wanted it to be a complete meal for everybody. I really craving like french fries with hot sauce or potatoes in general with like ranch and hot sauce. Like as long as it has hot sauce on it, I'm happy. My other cravings that I usually get are like random or spurts of cravings. Like at some point in time I was like really wanting ice cream, or like this coconut ice cream is from Tropicals something. It's a company called Tropicals. My aversions are like fast food. Sometimes I have moments where I want sushi, and I'm trying so hard to avoid raw fish, and it's hard for me. Did I give in at some point in time? Yes. Is it bad? Yes, you're not supposed to do that, and you can judge me, but you know, when you're craving something, you guys know how it is. You just want it so bad, and it doesn't go away until you actually eat it. Yeah, I was craving sushi one day, and I went to the grocery store to get like their prepackaged ones, and I spent $100 on sushi. Don't worry, I shared with everybody. I am struggling with pregnancy brain super bad this time around. I am forgetting a lot of things. I don't know if you guys noticed that, like if I'm having a conversation, whether if it's on a live or with my kids or something, I'll forget what I'm talking about, or I'm doing something and then after the fact, I'll think about it and be like, oh, I could have did that. So yeah, my pregnancy brain is super bad right now. It's hard for me to remember things. It's getting to the point where I have to write things down and like post it up so that I can remember exactly what it is that I need to get done. Just writing it down in my planner is not working either. I literally have to have it like right in my face. I'm not feeling the baby kicking or anything, but I do feel the baby moving. So like sometimes I can feel the baby pushing in the front of my stomach. I think it's called an anterior placenta, where my placenta is in the front of my stomach. If the baby is moving or throwing kicks and punches, it's a little harder for me to feel, but I'm only 17 weeks, so it can take a while. From what I was reading and from what I was told was that because I have my placentas in the front of my stomach, that it most likely will be harder for me to feel the baby move as much now, because usually between 16 to 18 weeks you should be able to start feeling the baby move. I can feel the baby moving, but it's not like I'm feeling an arm or an elbow or something moving around or pushing. It just feels like the baby's like probably twisting or like moving around, and then like my stomach, I can feel the pressure in the front of my stomach. I go in a couple days next week for my ultrasound. I am going to, it's an anatomy scan, but I'm also going to find out the gender. I know a lot of people want to know what I'm having, and I certainly want to know what I'm having as well. Even though Leon doesn't want to know what we're having, I want to know, the kids want to know, Nana wants to know, and you guys want to know as well. So I'm going to find out the gender. I'm going to do a gender reveal, and then once I find out the gender, then I will, you know, set up the registry that a lot of you guys have asked me to do. That's pretty much it for this pregnancy update for 16 and 17 weeks. I'll show you guys my stomach so you guys can see how big and how far along I am. I am now wearing maternity pants. Before I was just wearing sweatpants, and that was the only thing that fit, and now the sweatpants are starting to get too tight. This is my bump with the shirt on. On this side, on this side. Just with the shirt off and the band up. And the way I'm sitting, I feel like it's a boy. You guys can leave your guesses down in the description, but I mean in the comments. And on, and then with the band off, my stomach. So up here, I don't really feel anything. So the baby's all down here. I would say like right underneath my belly button. So from here to my belly button, that's all baby. Up here, I think it's just my stomach pushing because the baby's growing. So there's no baby from, it's all baby right here. So yeah. Front, I'm already starting to get the line, which I've gotten with all my pregnancies. If you are new to my channel, but yeah, I'll push it up here because there's no baby. Baby's all right here. And then from this side. So yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention as well, right now I'm currently taking a prenatal vitamin. I'm taking a baby aspirin. I'm also taking antibiotics because of my kidneys. I have always dealt with kidney issues even without being pregnant, so they have me on antibiotics just to help me because they noticed that I had protein in my urine, and then they also noticed that I had some bacteria. I'm also doing progesterone shots, which will help keep the baby in as long as possible. It's not necessarily to prevent preterm labor because I have a history of it and also have a history of preeclampsia. It's really just to try and keep the baby in as long as possible. But if I do go into preterm labor, even with the progesterone shots, they'll look at my case depending on what it is and like, you know, monitor me and test me and everything. And depending on the results of that, then they'll determine whether if it's best for the baby to be coming out or if it's best to try and stop my labor and keep me on bed rest and all that. That's everything. If you guys enjoy these videos and if you guys want to see more pregnancy updates, give this video a thumbs up. Liking the video will help me hit the algorithm and get more people to watch my channel. I will try and go in more details about everything else that I'm dealing with, especially with preeclampsia and my past pregnancies. I had pubis symphysis dysfunction, where your body develops too much relaxin hormones, and then your joints and your cartilage in your body, especially down in your birth canal area, starts to loosen up too much, and then it becomes very uncomfortable and it hurts like hell. I already bought a band to wear just in case if that happens, or if it gets too difficult where my stomach is too large and I can't carry the baby. So just to be on the safe side, I have it. I'll link it down in the description box if there's other moms out there that are struggling with the same thing, where it feels like somebody's kicking you in your hoo-ha. So definitely give this video a like because it will help me so much with the algorithm and to help other moms who are going through something, because I want to share my experience with this pregnancy throughout the whole thing, all the way leading up to labor and delivery. And then I also want to vlog my whole experience with the postpartum and with the baby. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.